Hello, I'm called Engoh Lucienne. I am 28 years old. I am a fashion designer and I am a single mother to a beautiful baby girl called Brielle. She's my source of inspiration, she's my strength, and I'm aiming to be a better person today because of her. So, let me start by telling you about my story. I came back home after I completed my course in the university. Then I was 23 years old. I came back home. I was excited to go into the world and start up working, start fighting for myself. So it's very normal for a young girl to come back home after her university studies and your family starts saying that, you need to start thinking about getting married. Fortunately, I was still thinking of continuing my education. I was still thinking of going further with school, and then to come back home and have pressure for marriage, it was a bit hard for me. I had just left a very painful relationship, and thinking about men now were not on my list. Like, I was not thinking about a man at this point in time. I did not want anything about a man, anything concerning men in general. I just wanted to continue my education. But unfortunately for me, my mom also had other responsibilities, like my younger brother to send to school, and I didn't expect that they should spend all their money, and she's continued sending me to school. So I did understand the pressure that was on her, and I knew that it's my time to support her. After going through this, thinking about my life, I decided that it was time for me to step out and go out into the job market. That was when I got a job from a software company in Boya, and I packed off and I left home. And then I went into teaching. I moved to Makumba, where I was teaching in a secondary school. I was a teacher in a secondary school for a while. That is where I met my baby's father. Now, given the fact that I was under pressure of having a serious relationship to settle down, when I met him and he was serious and he acted like he was serious and everything was seeming like, you know what it means now, it seems like it's just the perfect guy. I was so excited about it and I just jumped into this relationship without thinking twice. That is an error that most of us make every time. You just jump into the without even thinking whether this man you want to spend your life with him, whether he's got the qualities that you need in a husband. And 2 months into the relationship, I got pregnant. So obviously, I wasn't thinking of getting rid of the baby. I wanted a baby. I love kids. But then, into the few months into the relationship, now that I was already pregnant, I was looking at my life and I'm asking myself, is this man going to make the perfect father for my child? Is he going to be responsible enough to be a good father to my child? Is he going to be a good husband to me? I had to weigh the options, and so far I was seeing a lot of characteristics, like he was irresponsible with money, he was spending so much money on women and on drinking, and he wasn't saving, and I kept pushing him, but it was not working for me. After I had the baby, things never changed. He wanted to get married, but so far I had to understand that getting married at this point in time, it was not about me any longer. It was about me and my child. And he was not the responsible father that I expect my child to grow up with. I started praying and asking God, what am I going to do? I already have this baby with him. Would I remain in a relationship with a child, with a relationship because of the child? This is not what my child deserves. I didn't grow up with a father, but I won't allow my child to grow up with a father who is not responsible enough to take care of her. So I had to take serious decisions, and that is when I chose to leave and come back home and meet my mom. My mom is the greatest mom ever, and she has loved my child and taken care of both of us ever since I was back. And I continuously appreciate her for the things that she's done for me. Raising a child alone is not easy, but I am willing to go through all the hurdles for my baby. When I came back home, I had to find something to do. How did I become a fashion designer? This is me back home, and due to the Anglophone crisis, I was at home doing almost nothing at a period in time. So I decided to try my hands in tailoring. My grandma is a tailor. She's from a line of tailors. Her father was a tailor, her mother was a tailor. And so when I decided to enter the fashion world, she was so excited for me because I was going to take after her. So I'm so proud of her. You know, she's been 60 years into sewing. Until today she's still touching the sewing machine, and it's very, very fun. I learned for a while. I learned, but the best part about it is that I had passion in doing this thing, and learning was a daily process for me. I was searching YouTube videos, checking how to cut new patterns, and being creative myself, bringing out new designs on a daily basis. It was exciting, especially because I was home with my grandma. We were working together, and my baby was always hanging around and seeing what we were doing. And we have to call her a couple of times, don't touch the scissors, don't touch this. It was fun. When the coronavirus outbreak started up, when coronavirus came up, I have a couple of uncles that work in the hospital, and they asked me to do face mask, supply face masks to the hospital. So I had to call a couple of friends in the neighborhood, some young friends of mine in the neighborhood. We came together as a team, and we started working on masks. Together we supplied more than 30,000 masks. I employed so many youths, young youths, and they all looked up to me, and I felt proud of myself because I was a figure that even my daughter could be proud of. This is what I love, and it made me to know that this is the path which I wanted to take. So from coronavirus work, I was able to raise money to start my own fashion brand, which I called Magic Hands. Why did I join this contest? I joined this contest because I wanted to gain exposure, to put myself out there, to tell the world that this is what I love to do, and to be able to support my family and the public and young youths that are coming up behind me, so I can support them one way or another. I am so excited to be here, and you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Instagram using What Magic Hands. You see the quality of work that I do, and I promise you I am a hard worker. Amusie Beauty, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to become a part of this contest. For the public out there, thank you so much for listening to me and for listening to my part of the story. If you are going through what I went through, I know that it's not easy, but be rest assured that God has got you back every time. Trust the Lord and all will be fine. I count on your likes, I count on your votes, I count on your support out there so that I can show the world what I have to offer. Thank you very much.